prejudice and discrimination based on a person's racial background or institutional and cultural practices that promote the domination of one racial group over another. It is a belief that has been brought alive by humans over the course of centuries and is ingrained in society. It is the yet to be cured cancer of our contemporary society.
This is Lisimba. He is an African American who was forcefully taken away from his family and shipped to an unknown continent. During the 17th century, Lisimba was enslaved. He was used as a means of production for his master. He was treated like a beast who did not receive any rewards for his hard work. Even though Lisimba was in great pain, he kept on moving because of hopes. Lisimba wakes up every morning at 6 a.m. to work on the field. The slave owner mistreats and humiliates Lisimba. He is then sold to another buyer as if he is just a product. The buyer then brand him with a hot iron on his back to show the mark of his owner. Lisimba was seen as a black man, a replaceable object that deserved to be branded. Lisimba was scarred for life.
In the following years and decades after the end of slavery, the era of oppression did not end, but instead made place for a new era, an era of tyranny, which was racism and violence towards people of color all over the world. Inequality, segregation, senseless acts of violence, and even lynching, to name a few, were the heartbreaking conditions colored people had to endure. However, there were also good people that stood up against this injustice, condemned those outrageous acts, said no to oppression. They were freedom fighters, those who fought for their rights. The world has known many great people who fought against racism, a few whose actions have inspired change and impacted the lives of millions are
Mahatma Gandhi, 1894 till 1919. He was the leader of India's non-violent independence movement against British rule. Nelson Mandela in South Africa, from 1952 fought against the apartheid regime, aiming for the people to be able to live together in harmony with equal rights. Dr. Martin Luther King, 1955, a leading figure for the civil rights movement in America. But with his iconic speech, I Have a Dream, he has inspired the world. And lastly, Rosa Parks, commonly known for violating the segregation law in a bus. Her action was brave and inspiring. It led to the abolition of segregation in public places.
Ching chong!
You're the Chinese virus.
You gave everyone the coronavirus. You should be ashamed of yourself.
What's wrong with me? What have I done to deserve this treatment?
Are you okay? I'm sorry that these people are treating you so badly. It's not you that's the problem, it's them.
It is important to notice that despite the fact that there is a difference in time and action, both Shu and Lisimba experience racism. Racism knows no shame. It is in all places at all times and transcends all borders. Living in a globalized world, in the 21st century, we should realize that racism should not be acceptable, nor should it have been acceptable 200 years ago, because everyone should be treated equally, with dignity and respect. We are the most advanced society in human history. We can and we will eradicate racism. The change doesn't start with Lisimba, Xu, or Dr. King. It starts with us. And most importantly, it starts with you.